Good evening, Mistwalkers. Pick a card. Oh, I know you haven't come for a reading. You've come for a story. I know exactly where we left off. You see, last time, Mercy, sweet, innocent Mercy, played a trick and disguised herself as Ingrid Wagner, valedictorian. And she is meeting up with the she-wolf in an abandoned warehouse. A she-wolf that calls herself Constantina, which is very strange as our own. Constantina has been with the group the entire time. Hasn't she? And in the meantime, Vargas and Vasily have come together and formed a pact, for lack of a better word. And they met with Indra, a mysterious sea elf who led them through the stinking filth of the merchant district and right into an intricate web of lies and murder. Lazarus is with them, of course. He's with them when they come off the boat, when they leave the inn, and as they tumble into a fetid pit in the ground, into the lair of something ancient, powerful, and hungry. I think we should see what it is.
Hello, everyone. It's another episode of Tales from the Mist.
Good evening, Mistwalkers. Welcome to Tales from the Mists, a spooky campaign set in the domains of dread. With me today are 5 adventurers. Why don't we go down the line and introduce ourselves? We're going to start with Lisa.
I am Lisa Penrose, and I play your heart of the party, Mercy Albrecht, the tiefling storm sorceress.
No Kayla today, so we'll jump on ahead to Hadil.
I wasn't expecting that for some reason. Hi.
Yeah, that's right. You're not on that side. I'm sorry. I'm using 2 different
That's okay.
computers, so I didn't look and see where the layout was.
2 different computers.
Wow.
Anyway, my name is
Brag.
Hadil.
Okay.
You too can be dragged for $10. I'm Hadil. I play Vargas Blackstone, a secret man with secret warlock things. And this evening, with the money that I have absconded with from this fundraiser, I have hired a real child to scream in the background. I do it for you.
Ooh,
Ashley,
atmospheric.
please. I'm sorry I skipped you, Ashley.
Oh, no, I mean, I'm good. Although I never know how to follow what Hadil says with something clever and witty and funny. So
It's fine.
I'm Ashley Warren, and I play Constantina Avshalomov, the original Constantina. I will say that I'm surprised that name has become the code name because it's kind of a mouthful. So you're welcome, everyone else who's now using my name.
They thank you for both the name and the liberation. So
great.
I hope you're happy. Miss Silani.
Hi, I'm Silani, and I am playing Indra Lull, a sea elf fighter who makes terrible life choices, apparently.
What? You're with us. That was a great choice.
You're right. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yay. That seemed sincere.
You've made worse choices. Oliver.
Hi, I'm Oliver.
Ooh.
I'm playing Lazarus, the very stressed detective, and his dog, Spud.
Yay.
I'm sorry, I just
I'm not
love
letting it
Spud
go.
so much.
I'm not letting it go.
I'm gonna feel really bad when I have to kill Spud.
No, kill Spud!
Anyway, which I would. I would. Anyway, this is not a typical campaign. We have 4 anchor members: Lisa, Ashley, Hadil, and Kayla, and then 2 rotating cast members, being Silani and Oliver. Our showrunner has this week's announcements.
That's me. As always, for those watching the show live, we are doing some lovely giveaways for Mistwalker survival kits. There's a picture up on the video right now. You get some awesome postcards that Kayla illustrated, some matchbooks from the Matchbook Menagerie, our Vistani revolutionary organization, a little pin of Mercy's gauntlet with her red lightning bolt, and also some dicey boys, some D6s with the Tales from the Mist logo. Super cute, a little blurry, but still cute. If it's that cute while blurry, can you imagine? To enter this week, type in the chat !aboleth. If a detective comes over and tells you to stop, don't listen to him. Just type it more. !aboleth.
He's not
to
your
enter the
dad.
giveaway. Yeah. And our other major announcement is that we are participating in hashtag Race into Avernus, which is 5 D&D Twitch shows raising money for their local Children's Miracle Network hospitals with Extra Life. If you donate to Tales from the Mist's Extra Life page, that will push our infernal war machine across Avernus, boosting us forward. The D&D Twitter tweeted that our infernal war machine is probably like a hearse driven by like fiendish horses, or maybe just fiends, which isn't super fast. So we need your donations. Donate. We have a bunch of incentives. You could get dragged by Vargas on Twitter. I think it's worth paying for people to be mean to you on the internet. Otherwise, how would you get that lovely experience? Kayla, there's a raffle that you can enter to get one of the lovely Taroga cards that we have for each of our main characters. Or you could get your profile picture doodled on, like sort of like a spectral photograph with spooky things. Or gosh, TK could even help make a spooky monster for your own campaign. Lots of really fun things. I believe Jack or Moobot, someone, DC, oh, there's so many mods, thanks mods, are dropping the info in the chat, dnd.wizards.com/race-into-avernus, and look for the Tales from the Mist page. And please donate and help us out. We would love it. And I gently hand it back to TK.
I appreciate it. I am 1 hour closer to taking that, since I'm not in Kentucky right now. We are live from Alabama.
Wow, way to slam Alabama. I'm sorry
Yeah,
if there's anyone in Alabama who's watching this right now.
I am more sorry than you'll ever know for anybody who is in Alabama.
Okay. Ouch.
Let's talk about another place that we don't want to be. I know, it's too late. We've already segued into it.
Chili's.
Oh gosh, Chili's, just the worst. Almost as bad as this pit that all of you have tumbled down into. When you open your eyes, it is dark and damp in here. Who do you think opens their eyes first?
I think me.
Indra. Indra, have you ever been here?
I think once before.
Once before. When you stepped into this room, this wet stone that has gentle waves cresting against it, the pebbles that are strewn on the ground, moss, slick with this slime from the Styes, thick and stinking with the rot of whatever disgusting creature the Styes are nestled inside of. It's not like last time. It was dark last time and humid. But there was at least the flickering remnants of witch lights to light your path. This time, it is resounding darkness and silence. And you are not alone in here. Unlike last time, you have 5 companions. What would you like to do?
What do I? Is there any? Do I see any movement from like the water?
You have dark vision? No reason.
I'm a sea elf, so I would assume.
Yeah,
so.
you should. No. What you see in this room, it's a cavernous room. It stinks of decaying fish and this sea slime, this fat and rancid oil. There's nothing in the water that moves, that causes movement. It's a little difficult to see over this film that coats it, but on the walls, there are carvings, complex spirals. It is chalk, tar, and blood.
I'm assuming that we're kind of like sprawled on the ground, so I'm going to kind of come up to my knees very shakily and crawl forward to the edge of the water and just whisper in a very shaky voice, I brought them to you, Master. And wait for a response or any kind of movement from the water.
The water says nothing this time. But you feel a tremble in the air. You hear what you had thought was stone, but is in fact a hardened cartilage shift, and a hall opens to your left.
I am going to slowly stand and make my way alone into the hall.
Who do you think is the second person to wake?
I will say probably Lazarus.
Lazarus?
Probably been sort of awake for a while, but just didn't want to get his face out of the mud. He just couldn't quite muster the willpower to roll over. So he just kind of flops onto his back, looking up into the dark, thinking to himself how he got here, running over the points in his career where he could have made other choices. Mm-hmm. You know, his mother saying to him, you know, behave or you'll be a detective. Those kind of moments flashing by. And then he kind of like thinks to himself, Spud, and sits up and looks around for the dog.
I don't know why, but that sounds peak Lazarus. It's just something about you that feels like that would be the case. Spud. Now, you suppose Spud stayed conscious the entire time? Or do you suppose Spud vanished and then reappears as you look for him?
I think you probably just kind of, it's very difficult to tell with Spud, because he doesn't really do anything ever. So I guess he just kind of, just his eyes kind of go crossed. And he just kind of sits, looking at the ground until someone comes and like prods him.
Spud is walking in a circle along the edge of this slimy, murky water that laps at the mouth of this cavern.
Oh, that simply won't do.
How can you tell that Spud is distressed?
Literally, there's not. I mean, sometimes, I mean, you know, when he leavings behind him, they're a different color. Mm-hmm. You can tell because he's not eating properly. Okay. But it takes a few days for that to come across, so the danger is usually passed by a few days.
Spud is not trying to taste this water.
He eats everything. This is clearly wrong. So Lazarus is going to kind of like squelch over to where this body is and attempt to kind of scoop him up gingerly at first because of all the muck. And then, oh well, I guess I'm covered in muck anyway.
Yeah. When you try to scoop him up, he scrabbles up your torso to get away from the water.
Giving it this look like he hasn't been in worse. Like, wiping it down a bit, but it's just getting more go on him. And then looking around to suddenly, of course, other people were here. Maybe they're not dead. Kind of.
Lazarus, who do you think is the third person to wake up?
Oof. I feel like Constantino probably is the next one to wake up. I feel like she didn't sleep lightly.
Constantina.
I open my eyes, but I do not have dark vision, so I don't imagine that I am able to see very much.
You cannot see almost anything.
I just feel like slimy.
Absolutely. Because you cannot see, you have to rely on your other senses. You smell this acrid, soggy, almost a mucus type film that coats the walls, the floor, the water. You can feel the smooth cartilage beneath you. You can hear the drip of condensation as it collects on the roof of this cavern and slides down the walls. It is humid in here. Oppressive. It weighs on your skin.
I tried to get onto my feet. Are we like, because we like fell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like tried to scramble to my feet and then I call out for Mercy. Mercy!
Your voice echoes.
Mercy, mercy, mercy.
Mm-hmm. Mercy, 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 all the way up.
Uh-oh. Vargas?
Vargas.
Does she look confused? Like she doesn't know it. Does she look like she can't see?
Do you have dark vision, Lazarus?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's okay.
Constantina?
Yeah, I do not have dark vision and I don't as a werejackal either. So that does not help me.
He kind of remembers his manners, when he realizes that she clearly can't see, because he sometimes forgets that people can't. So he casts a light spell, kind of blows on it a bit, and it kind of gutters, and then he goes, and he kind of shakes it a bit. Wham! And he casts it on his police badge, so it glows out to about 10, 20 foot radius, depending on where it's flickering.
Very nice.
Oh, Lazarus.
He buffs it a bit.
Hey, are you okay? Where are we? Do you know, is anyone else here?
Got the dog, he says. We should leave. They're probably dead. These once again happens a lot. You and I, only survivors.
What? No,
We should probably check, shouldn't we? Diligent, I suppose.
No, of course we have to check. But I'm glad that you and Spud are okay. Mercy, Vargas, Indra.
All right. Who wakes next? Constantina?
Since I'm calling first for Mercy, I guess I will also say I also called for Vasily, but since Kayla wasn't here, I felt like it felt silly to call for Vasily. That I would just like to imply that. I'm going to say Mercy since I'm like actively calling for her.
Okay.
Constantina, I had the weirdest dreams that I was Ingrid, and then I was a monkey, and Mercy leaps up and starts like stomping her hoofs, and it like makes stuff splash around, and that's worse. And then she's gonna see Vargas's body lying on the ground, and she's gonna climb on top of it and just stand on top of Vargas. Ew! prestidigitating my dress.
Are we all near each other?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm like well, I guess I can. There's some light here, so I like I want to go toward Mercy and also Vargas, who's I guess face down in this goop with Mercy atop him.
But easy stuff. And she's just like stomping her little hoofs on Vargas and like shaking them and like whipping her tail around.
Vargas,
Thanks, I hate it.
it takes you an extra moment to wake. You have a call.
Okay. I will remove Mercy from my person and tell her, like, to cast Levitate on herself instead of standing on me.
Oh, we haven't rested
And-
so, Vargas. I'm so tired. Spells take us so much energy. Can't I just stand on you? Stop moving. I'm going to fall.
I hold out my
Vargas.
arms to catch Mercy from falling off of.
Mercy just like carefully like takes her hoof and like stretches it out and like puts it in your arms and like tries to use all of her like core strength to just like cling onto your body.
Why don't we do like a piggyback ride instead, and then
I like
that way I can
crawl
like
around your body onto your back.
Yeah.
Like an angry cat, just being
See, Vargas, Constantina cares about me.
Oh my gosh, stop. I'm going to take a look around. Nobody move anywhere. Don't touch anything. I know you won't touch anything. It's filthy in here. I will pull out my pocket square and I will hand it to Mercy. It is still perfectly clean.
Thank you.
I will let her have that. And I'm like, I will take a look around and I will see if I can like duck behind a rock or something.
While you are doing that, Vargas, Mercy, Constantina, Vasily has not woken up.
Oh,
I want to go over to Vasily, and I have Mercy on my back, so I'm going to kind of like nudge her with my foot, but not on like I'm just mostly trying to like, Vasily, get up.
I'm gonna cast my mage hand and poke her.
Is Lazarus's light fallen on Vasily?
Dimly. It's kind of at the edges of it, you know.
Constantina, it's difficult for you to see, but Mercy, you can see that Vasily's eyes are a filmy white, wide open.
That's weird. Her eyes look weird. Do you see that? They're white like mine. So, not weird. They look nice, but different.
Yeah, her eyes are typically full black.
Yeah, Mercy is gonna take her mage hand and float it down and kind of like do this with Vasily's eye.
Vasily does not respond.
Usually
my
Vasily
God.
hates when I do that.
Do you think she's hurt?
I don't know. Quick, lean down in the muck so I can examine her.
Yeah, can I make like a medicine check on Vasily? I'm not in it, so probably not.
Yeah, you can make medicine or arcana.
Oh, I'll do Arcana. Yeah, so I'm kind of like trying to kneel down and still keep Mercy like off of no limb touching the goop.
I like lift my hoofs up and like basically go on your shoulders.
Yeah, and so like I'm like pretty far crouched over, and I like to like basically like put my hand on the back of Vasily's forehead like one does when they're sick, when someone's sick, and just kind of like start like squeezing her limbs to see if like anything's broken. Let's see, that is a 14.
A 14, she seems unconscious, but other than that, you're not sure what's happened.
Maybe she was knocked out by the fall,
Oh no.
but it doesn't seem like, I mean, she's intact and I'm not seeing any blood, but I can really see in here and everything's kind of goopy, so I don't know. Should I what should I do? I could try to cure, let's see. I don't know if I have anything that would really help revive her.
I don't know. Maybe we should take one of the potions off of her, out of her backpack and feed it to her, and that might fix her.
Sure. We can try.
Mercy's mage hand starts rifling through Vasily's stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do too.
Whilst they're rifling through the stuff, Lazarus kind of stomping over in this general direction, having heard this. I suppose it was a small area, right? So you probably overheard at least part of this conversation with the dog. And he's going to plonk Spud on top of Vasily.
Hey, be careful! Be careful!
Do not squeeze, my friend.
This
He's
is
a
regulation.
very big dog.
And cast Detect Poison and Disease through Spud. Basically, Spud turns different colors when he detects certain kinds of poison and disease, is the way he's casting the spell.
He's so talented.
Detect Poison and Disease effectively lets him sense the presence of poisonous creatures, diseases, poisons in the area and identifies them if they're there.
Is Spud just like a pregnancy test?
In essence, he does all sorts of things if he sits right.
Oh.
You have to kind of adjust his haunches though, because often he just sits on one leg and just ruins it.
It's like that you are rubbing this dog around to check for poison.
Checking it. All over, just in case he turns like purple or
the dog on Vasily?
Yellow or jaundice. Rubbing this dog all over and being like, if it turns red at any point, we've got a real problem.
I don't know if I like these.
Does all of him turn a different color, or like how do we know?
Depends on how many diseases there are, I suppose.
So what if there are like more than one? Is it like a like an ombre effect?
It's really quite attractive, he says, in some ways. Very jaunty. You can mottled almost. You kind of get rolls Spud over a few times.
What kind of dog is Spud? I've never met a dog who turned colors like that.
Lazarus looks over and he gives you one of his rare smiles.
What happened to your face?
Special dog.
Oh, you care so much for your Spud. How nice.
It's unclear yet what Spud is turning colors. It takes a while. You have to really shake it and let it sit.
Can we give him like a treat or something?
That does help. You have to open it and put it inside though.
Oh, well, I mean.
And then close it and then masticate it from a few times in case he can't get it.
Oh, is he an old little doggy?
He sighs. No, he's always done this.
Oh.
This kind of, you have to mash it for him in case I tend to mash it before I put it in. It saves the effort of having to manually up and down with the jaws. He kind of briefly opposite the dog, which is doing its cross-eyed thing again.
Oh, sure. Can I give him a treat?
Might as well. He doesn't really react to anything, he says.
I don't know. Oh, I only have chocolate. I can't give him chocolate.
I have a vanilla peppermint.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what about the little peppermint? Not like make gassy or anything?
You wouldn't believe the things this dog has eaten.
Mercy's mage hand shoves like 5 peppermints into the dog's mouth.
It just like a hamster, just kind of sits with them because this bud doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to eat unless he's convinced.
I smush his face around. Is this
and after a while, he kind of gets it.
That's good, right?
One by one disappear.
Has he changed colors yet?
No idea. I literally have no idea. Takes a while to start down here, who knows?
Well, he's doing his best.
Gotta give him a while. He says, looking at I was just expecting something to happen and it's it's more of a dog training is more of an art than a science.
Sure.
Sometimes you really have to shake it and let it percolate. However long it takes. Poor thing. Can't shake him more than once though, he got upset.
I think TK is having some trouble with their headset, by the way.
Yeah.
So we are having a lovely conversation about all of his many talents.
I like how chat is like, this is the show now.
Surprise, it's the special Spud episode.
Bottle episode.
Yeah, we're all stuck in a creepy monster. It's like being stuck in an elevator on any sitcom.
That's it. The studio ran out of budget and now we're stuck in the same room for the next
feeding Spud, and then I'm sure then he'll turn colors and
It'll be beautiful, probably.
This
unless
is
it's the wrong
Ravenloft.
color.
This is a real Ravenloft.
It really is. This is where it gets real.
I hope
is
Spud
what the
isn't
people
the
came to
Dark
see.
Lord.
Yeah. Deep emotional moments that Spud provides.
Well, while we're waiting for Spud to do his magic, I'd like to just kind of continue like checking on Vasily, making sure that she seems like stable, and we were kind of looking through her things just to see if she had some sort of potion, right? Mercy,
Mhm.
were we looking like for like a health potion, or like I don't really, I mean, I'm sure she has lots of bottles in there.
Yeah, Mercy would just kind of like take her mage hand and like rummage around and like take stuff out and like rummage around and take stuff out, and it's like, oh, Zizi's just a book, and puts it back in.
What good could that be? I adore it.
Well, she does have lots of weird little knickknacks in here. I'm sure there's like random sprigs of plants and like just lots of like alchemy things.
I feel like Vasily probably has her own version of what her organization system would be. But Mercy just completely reorganizes everything, like based on just like something that's really standing out to her, like maybe color. maybe she'll organize it by color, or by or by alphabet, but with no regard to whether things are like herbs or or powders.
Yeah, we're like cleaning out Vasily's bag. Like we take out every item and like I like turn it inside out and like shake it out. Hopefully it's not like a bag of holding, because then that would like destroy itself.
I take Spud and I lay him on his back in the muck, so his belly is like a nice clean surface, so that we don't get Vasily's stuff dirty. Or we can just pile stuff on Vasily's body.
So you gotta make sure he can breathe and like push his head up a little bit, and it's like, yeah, he's good. If the airways are unobstructed, it's probably fine.
Jack's not funny in chat says, I imagine Vasily is snoring and whispering horrible science things in her sleep.
Probably.
Along with things about all of us, except for Mercy, where I'm sure Vasily says only nice things.
I think TK may have disconnected so that they can jump back in and see if that fixes it. So I won't fuss with the windows too much till they come back.
I'm Constantina now.
Ooh, okay.
Everyone has to. Oh, Ashley's in charge now.
Okay, I'm the dungeon master. So, now this whole episode is about a wedding, and it's Mercy and I. So welcome to this episode. Yeah.
Also, real quick, I just want to take this opportunity to tell Kayla to go to bed, because she sent me a text message and I'm calling you out. And she sent me a text message of her. Just her disembodied hand petting all of our faces on the screen. Yeah. Go to bed, Kayla.
TK's back. Can they hear us? Can we hear them?
Oh no.
Let's see. They said their mic stopped working.
I'm Lazarus now, so I get a dog.
No!
Yes.
My world is upside down and I hate it.
So what else can I do as dungeon master? Since this
I'm scared.
My show now.
Whatever you want.
Yes. What do I want? Well, I definitely want some sort of wedding. I want everyone to get married. So maybe that's will be the episode.
Just partnering us up.
Group wedding. Everyone gets married. Really
like that episode of the Brady Bunch.
Yes. Spud is the ring bearer, of course.
Yes.
Very cute.
Clearly.
I feel like, yeah, chat, let us know what you want to see on this special episode of Tales from the
In this special Q&A episode.
Yeah, ask us anything.
Goose.
Or a goose.
I'm there for that.
Fight a goose. Well, I mean, so we're in this like slimy chamber and all these geese appear.
Oh my god, more than one. That's lethal. The challenge rating for that is off the charts.
I mean, I have to keep things like kind of spooky. Okay, so that's the scenario right now. Is that that would be my spooky scenario. I like birds in theory, but sometimes their like unpredictability really freaks me out. So being surrounded by birds in like a place where I can't see, like that's pretty spooky.
Birds from a distance.
Oh, okay. So I guess TK has resumed their rightful place. So I will step back into the only role that I'm actually any good at.
No more geese.
Sorry, behind the scenes, we're in our chat trying to troubleshoot some stuff. The joys of live production and also traveling and trying to do things.
Mm-hmm. Can we have a bird-themed Mistwalker episode? I mean, I feel like when Kayla's around, everything's always bird-themed, right? Because that's like Kayla. I always associate Kayla with birds because she loves birds so much. Well, okay, here's something. What kind of bird would each of our characters be?
Ooh.
So I want to go first, specifically because I learned about a Bollywood film where a pigeon / dove is the main character of the movie. And I want to be that pigeon / dove.
That particular.
All right.
That one. He straight up kills a guy. Knocks him off a bridge. Yeah, the bird is like the real hero of this Bollywood musical movie.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Well, that's Vargas.
Kills a guy. How?
Oh wait, Vargas? I thought we were just talking about
you. That works too, I guess.
I don't know, some horrible bird that's going through a molting phase or phase. I don't know. What's the worst bird? All of them, but Kayla's not here, so she can't be mad at me.
Seagulls.
Seagulls
They're
are
a
the
pain
rats
and
of
loud as
birds.
hell.
Yeah.
Ryu Redwing says Vargas is a peacock, which is also what I was thinking. Jack says a pink flamingo.
Yeah.
Okay. I think a peacock because at the Jacksonville Zoo they just have them wandering around, and if you get too close, sometimes they do naughty things like flap at you.
I feel like Mercy would probably be like
Just
All right.
a flap.
Okay, so we have Vargas and Hidil as birds.
Yeah. I feel like Vasily would be like a vulture.
Yeah. In our Discord channel, the special Tales from the Mist Discord, one of our members, Dingo, always posts really cute pictures of this baby.
Baby vultures are so cute. They're like little pom-poms.
They're like really fluffy and they're cute, and they like pancake, so they lay it like flat. That's really precious.
Baby harbingers of death.
Yeah. Oh, that's Vasily. All right. Let's see.
What would Constantina be?
She'd probably be like, I mean, lots of birds sing, I guess. So something like an annoying singing bird. I don't know, but with like very colorful plumes. So I don't know. I don't know a lot about birds. I don't know.
That bird that like becomes also a pancake and like does the jumpies like this.
Oh yeah, for like their mating ritual.
I feel like Constantina would be a really colorful bird.
Like a parrot.
Yeah, like some sort of
who
really
sings
cool
and lives forever and also says naughty words.
Yeah, that's true.
Did this work?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh my.
Hey,
Yay!
Daddy's home.
save us from ourselves.
Yes, please.
I'm so sorry, everyone. Is that me echoing? Can you guys hear me echo?
I cannot hear an echo.
Forget it. It's.
Oh, now I can kind of hear an echo,
Oh no.
but only a little
What
bit.
is happening?
It's only a little bit. It's not that bad.
Yeah,
It's pretty
not that
subtle.
bad. Thanks
I'm
everyone
losing
for. Wait, Mercy is a secretary bird. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna look it
That's
up.
an accusation, that is.
Is that cute? Secretary bird. Yeah, cute.
It's gonna have to be a thing.
Yeah. I like my little
I'm so
head
sorry.
feathers.
Where were we?
Please take the show away from me now.
So everybody knows what bird they are. And
Oh no!
Oh no!
Lost you again.
You got quiet and then you disappeared.
oh no.
Oh,
Great.
You're
Oh, there you are.
back?
I think it's just that your mic might not be close enough to your mouth.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's better.
Hi, Dad.
Oh no.
Yeah. Why am I echoey?
Oh, I had to deal with this, but I don't know how it is on your end. But I had to like do stream only for my audio, but that was through XSplits when I was echoing. But I'm not sure if you can do that through Zoom or how that works.
Should we talk more about what birds we are?
Yeah, we didn't get to Lazarus and Indra.
What
do I
is a
get?
bird that betrays all the other birds? Because that's what Indra is.
I would be a chicken. Just chicken.
It's a nice
All right.
classic green chicken.
Mercy,
About to die a gruesome death.
I like
and
the
maybe get
secretary
eaten by
bird's
somebody.
pretty red eyeshadow.
The secretary
He's a
bird.
fashion bird.
Yeah,
I don't understand why it's
it looks like it struts. I mean, I guess that's where strut comes from, right? Because birds do it, right?
Yeah.
Well, they like particularly do. In fact, they kind of look like Muppets. Look at their eyelashes. This show is about birds now. This is Miss
This bird
Squawkers.
is adorable.
Welcome to Miss Squawkers.
Miss Squawkers. Okay, that's our next t-shirt.
Miss Squawkers.
The bird is extremely cute
Oh,
and
interesting.
does have your color scheme, Mercy, I think.
A bird that betrays others, cuckoos, because they take over other birds' nests.
Oh, they're horrible cuckoos. They're genuine. Have you seen one push a bird out of a nest? It's terrible. They're horrifying. They'll get into the baby bird's nest and they'll push it out, and the mother will come back and it will go, "Cheep, cheep, I'm your baby." And it'll go, "You're not my baby. You're ugly," and then it'll believe it.
Oh my
Feeding
God.
it. It's horrible.
Oh my
It's like a horror
gosh.
show in like 5 seconds. Do not Google that.
Oh my gosh.
No,
Okay.
I'm not going to.
Let's see. Jack says
Baby cuckoo
Constantina
murdered
is a
bird.
cedar waxwing because they get drunk.
The second time something this week that someone has alluded to my love of wine, and I'm starting to think that I need to talk about it less.
Is that Constantina or?
It's both. It's definitely
Okay.
both. Because that
Fair
is Constantina and Ashley share quite a few features, and that is one of them. And I'm looking this up now. It better be cute, Jack. I'm gonna be mad if it's not at least cute, because I think at least
also-
Constantina has that going for her.
Cedar waxwing.
Cedar
I hope
waxwing.
everyone watching is also looking. Oh, they're very pretty. I like the little accent color here. Oh, several of them are carrying berries. I wonder
Okay.
if I can.
They're pretty cute.
Okay.
They have like a little smoky eye going on.
Oh
Yeah,
wow!
very,
Indra is a
very
great gray
adorable.
shrike. They impale their prey on spikes.
Oh
That's
my God.
brutal. Where did they
Oh,
get the
That
spikes?
is shame.
Did they just-
great gracious. That
Fashion.
sounds really badass.
I sure hope that everybody tuned in to watch me Google what's going on in Zoom.
We can hear you okay now. Is it just that it won't stay?
Now you're echoing for me.
That is strange.
What is happening?
I'm assembling our birds on the overlay.
Which bird is that one?
This is the waxwing.
Oh, okay. A timberdoodle.
I hope this is.
I looked up what a timberdoodle is, and I'm not disappointed.
I just like the word timberdoodle.
That's an amazing word.
I love it. I'm keeping it.
Oh wow, that is pretty. Oh, that's from whatchamacallit? Agretzico. That's the secretary.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Oh my gosh, now I'm
never
hearing
made that
echo for
connection.
everyone.
Oh my god, TK is in their own personal domain. Domain of
I
heck.
hate this.
TK's a Dark Lord, and we must now kill them and put them out of their misery.
Oh, wait, one sec.
I will say, don't
Hello?
Google fat bird.
Oh my god, I am an idiot.
Did you get it?
Yes.
Oh,
And do you know why? Because I was testing my audio in Discord. Thanks, Discord, for nothing.
Okay.
Let's get the show back on the road.
All right, I guess
Yes,
I should delete these birds. Goodbye.
No, go ahead. What
There's
did everyone
ways to
choose, just real quick? This
Um,
is what happens when Kayla's not here. I got it.
Great.
Thank you, chat, for your patience. I
Okay,
appreciate
so
you.
last we left off, we had we were smushing Spud
dog
on
into
Vasily's
the-
unconscious body to see
Yeah.
if she was poisoned or
If
had a
it changes
disease.
color. Yeah.
Yeah, does Spud change
He is
color?
not poisoned. He does not change color.
Oh.
All of that suspense for nothing.
Oh no. Like into the face.
100
But
trees.
again, like It should be
In
working.
fact, Vasily doesn't even react to Spud being smushed in her face. Her eyes remain open. Her skin remains waxy and pale, more so than usual.
Or it could be a lost cause. I may have to leave the body.
I'm very
Oh.
worried because usually when I smoosh animals on Vasily's face, she gets very upset with me and asks me to stop.
I mean, she's still breathing.
Yes.
So I don't know. Maybe she just got.
dead.
I don't know. Maybe she just got
Varghese!
the wind knocked out of her or something.
Varghese, we need you to carry Vasily. Constantina can't do it because she's holding me because it's yucky.
Vargas,
No life.
you got a call. And as soon as you answer it, I would like for you to roll me stealth real quick.
$13.
All right. If anybody wants to see where Vargas went, then they may roll against that 13 for perception.
I don't think I'm really
I got a
looking.
19.
I just don't care enough about Vargas.
Nobody does. It's fine.
All of you, anybody who gets above that 13 does notice that Vargas has gone off and is pulling a stone from his bag. Vargas, you take this call and you hear that familiar voice on the other end. Vargas, my boy.
Now's not a good time. I'm trapped in a pit.
There's silence for a moment, and then, is this call secure?
Do I notice others noticing
To be
me?
honest, Mercy's probably like, Varghese. Hey, Varghese.
No,
I
she's
was
not.
calling for you. Can you come pick up Vasily? Why are you
I'll
turning
call
into a rock?
back
Did you
another
hit your
time.
head?
I'll just tell him I got it, though.
Guard your mind, son.
I'll do my best. And then I just think of, I don't know, women's panties or something. What do disgusting men think about? I don't know.
Hashtag men.
Pick something. Yeah. Men's rights, I guess. I don't know.
I'm wearing my, like, men have made a lot of bad art shirt.
They think of bad art.
Yeah.
Yeah, the call drops.
That was weird, Varghese.
What would you all like to do? Indra, you have gone forward into this hallway, following a voice that beckons you.
Did you see Indra?
Where does it lead? How long is this hallway? Can I see the end of it?
You don't see the end of it. But you don't feel like you're getting anywhere.
It just keeps extending.
Mm-hmm. Ahead of you further and further.
Do I feel like I'm being drawn that way?
Mm-hmm. You can feel it tug at your mind.
Then I will continue moving forward.
Hungry. Bring it to me.
I hate being a waitress.
Who really waitresses because it's their dream?
True. I will turn back around and head back to the others.
You come, I guess, walk in on us like rubbing spud on Vasily's face.
It's not what it looks like.
I will go up to them and just say, is everybody okay?
What happened?
I don't know.
Where are
The floor
we?
just fell out from under us.
Is
And I'll
this-
point at Vasily and just like, what about that one?
She's breathing, but she won't wake up, and I'm very worried. And putting this dog on her is not helping.
It's not helping. It's not. Won't lie to you.
Well, we have to get out of here. There's no other way, but there's I'll point down to the opening. We can try that way, I guess. Am I strong enough to carry Vasily? I don't know how strong I am.
You're probably pretty strong. You're big, tough fighter lady.
I actually am. Okay, I'm not
Trustworthy.
used to playing like hitting characters. I usually play like mages and stuff, so I'm
Oh,
not used to being
hecky
small.
yeah. You got them muscles. Yeah, you could carry Vasily, and as you pick her up, you realize that you've seen something like this before. This, not quite catatonic, but her mind is elsewhere.
I will just sort of fireman carry her.
Nice.
And then beckon the others. Let's get out of here.
I'm going to take Vasily's bag. Make sure that we have
Yeah.
her all of her stuff
Yeah.
back from that we took out of her bag when we were cleaning it.
Yeah. We've reorganized her entire backpack.
She'll never find anything ever again.
My headset was broken that whole time, so
yeah.
I can't wait to listen to this back.
Yeah, we were looking for context. We were looking for like potions or something to give her.
Oh,
But
okay.
then we cleaned it while we were in there.
We helped.
So, would you all like to go down this hallway?
Lazarus is going to take out one of his regulation issue lantern. One of those bullseye things with the, one of
Yeah.
those. He's going to light his lantern of revealing. With a little tinderbox. It takes him a few seconds because it's hilariously damp down here and everything he owns is covered in nonsense. So he's going to light this lantern revealing and kind of set it up so that it's beaming out in front of him to maybe, I think it's 30 feet. It lights sort of a greenish color. And a cone in front of the lantern, and in theory it reveals invisible things as well, just in case there's anything nasty lurking ahead.
Nice. That is something that will come in handy. I won't tell you why.
Oh no.
Well, you don't want it to come in handy? You just want a fancy lantern?
I did, but now you've said it, I regret my choice.
Welcome to friendship with me.
Oh no. Here we go. He's gonna trundle
Walking
forth.
down this hallway is much smoother than it was at first, Indra. You have a feeling that the hallway was extending, trying to buy you time before this box, this present, this gift, this meal could be delivered to the Guardian. And all the while, it whispers in your head, I'm hungry, Indra. You've done so well. Bring it to me. That power will be yours. I would like, as everybody walks down this hallway, ripe with the fetid stench of decaying flesh and fish, as the walls and the darkness and the damp press in on you, whispers begin to press in on you as well. Please, make me a wisdom saving throw.
If you're traveling near Lazarus, you get a +3 to your save.
Yay.
If you're walking close by.
Great, that's a 6 for me.
14.
17.
14.
Do we still do the whole like critical fail thing, or like do I get something special because I'm a special boy?
You certainly get something special.
I'm a special boy.
Anybody who got less than 17. You're being surrounded by whispers of people that you have personally let down.
Cool. This
Mercy,
is my worst nightmare.
Mercy.
All of anxiety.
What did you say? What did they say?
Gosh, I'm trying to think of who Mercy.
I think you're muted.
Oh, am I?
Woof.
I'm not muted on the
There you go.
OBS. Oh, you guys can hear me now? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Goodness, I don't know who I guess this is based off of what's going on in Mercy's head, right? So
Yes,
it's who she thinks that she's
who you think you let down. Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know. As I know a lot of people are very judgmental of Mercy's practices, but she actually grew up in a really loving family of everyone just doing ritual sacrifices together. maybe her mom and dad, the Albrechts, don't think she's quite as devout. They're always asking her when she went off to school, when she went off on her adventures, whether she was still keeping up with her sacrifices, and why hasn't she been home in so long?
Why haven't you been home in so long?
Mercy hasn't been home in so long because she died on the shores of Lemordia.
What are you doing back? Why aren't you in Death's army?
Because someone, Dr. Victor Mordenheim, chose to bring her back and grew a new body from what was left of what was dashed on the shores, and then put her consciousness in it. And she doesn't know if she's undead or not.
Undead. How disappointing. How shameful for your parents.
Oh, but I can't go home because then they might know, or maybe they would sense it on me, and then they would have to put me in a circle and stab me and Lucy, please.
They would have to send you back. I love that Lucy is giving you like emotional support.
Oh my god.
Vargas. Yeah, I did wait for you to be eating. I knew it would be more disappointing this way. Because you would taste victory for a few seconds and then you'd have to put it off to talk about how sad you are. Then it won't taste as good when you start eating it again.
No. Just, I want you to know that you're ruining this guy's evening. Just.
Are those cheddar bunnies? I love those. Are those Auntie Anne's?
Yeah, I think they're just Annie's, but they're the chocolate chip.
20 grams.
Heck yeah. I like the cheddar whales.
Oh, good too.
As we were saying, the people that you've let down. How many voices are there?
Oh boy, it's a whole gospel chorus.
Who's the loudest?
Mommy dearest.
What does Mom say?
Oh, what doesn't she say?
It's everything, isn't it?
What haven't I done wrong? My existence is wrong.
You have sisters, don't you, Vargas?
I do. I have 3 perfect sisters. Perfect in every way. Beautiful. Servant of Loth. But not me. Pure blood sisters, too.
Where's your father's voice?
Well, I guess you can't really be disappointed in somebody if you've never met them. Maybe for the best.
What does she say his voice is?
Oh, he would think you were a horrible, wretched thing. Just a horrible thing. You would be so embarrassed. So absolutely embarrassed to have some sort of half-breed monster to carry his name around. That's why one becomes so good at keeping secrets when they are a secret.
I think she is the loudest.
Oh yeah, she is.
But not as loud as the silence.
That silence is deafening. I would almost take the harpy-like screeching of dear, dear mother. Anything to drown out the silence.
Lazarus, what'd you get?
Lazarus has disappointed a long list of people. With him, it's more a question of chronologically or alphabetically, really. What do you sort these things in? Lazarus is one of those triers who's not really good at anything, so he gets up every day and he continually fails at things he tries to do. And his most winning feature is the fact that he remembers to wake up the next day and try again. lots of people, so crimes he has almost solved but failed. Place he's arrived just about 10 minutes too late once the knife's already in someone's back. There's a long list of crimes solved and unsolved that he just hasn't quite managed to get there in time or solve it quite. So his current state is a result of many, 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 many years of not quite good enoughs. And you can kind of hear these litany of cases just over and over again as the case file slams down and it's kind of struck off, and the case file slams down and it's struck off, and the case file slams down and it's shredded. And he's just replaying all those in his mind as it's going. And maybe the lantern's getting a little weaker and the light spell's flickering a little.
You hear the slam, 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 incessant, file after file after file, failure after failure after failure. But it's the eyes of the survivors that does not leave you in this tunnel, that watch you as you walk past, as you whisper to pirates, as you prioritize some cases over others, as you cut up corpses and dump them into the sea.
Lazarus' life is one long string of compromises, one after the other, until this far down he doesn't really know at that point what he was compromising for in the first place. So he tries to ignore it by cutting up more corpses, and only seems to add to the problem. The more cases you hide, the more they build up, the more the secrets turn into full-on lies, which turn into more problems. And
what is goodness anymore?
He's kind of lost perspective on it. And as he's walking along, thinking about this, the light spell is slowly fading down to a twinkle. It's more of a glimmer at this point. The badge almost looks a bit tarnished.
Indra, how did you do?
I did a 6.
You want to tell me about that?
I think right now Indra is listening to a chorus of the voices of her people, of her clan, all kind of shouting at her at the same time that she brought this upon them. That it's her fault that they have that she's brought this misfortune upon them. And then she is sort of weakly whispering her mind back that she's trying to fix it.
Do you think that you could have won without the deal?
No.
Constantina, you did rather well, didn't you?
Got 17 exactly.
How can you tell that your companions are struggling as you walk down this narrow tunnel? This tunnel that doesn't seem to bother you at all.
Well, we were walking at a fairly brisk pace, and I noticed that I continued to walk at the same pace, and I noticed that everyone around me is kind of walking a little slower, and they feel Mercy like grabbing onto me very tightly.
Yeah, I'm still
all of a sudden.
back.
I like reach up and like tap Mercy on her hand. Hey, are you okay? Oh, hey, what's wrong? Something happening?
You changed, and I'm still your friend. And if I were different, you would want to be my friend too, right?
Well, of course. What happened? Did something?
How do you know that you are still Constantina, even though you are a Jackal now?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's still so recent that I'm still trying to figure that out, like where I am in all of that. But I mean, I don't know. I've always feel like I've had a strong sense of self, so I try to always, come back to my core values, and I'm sure you would do the same. What's happening? Is something? I feel like we've experienced something like this before. Something in your head.
I feel like I can hear my family and how much I've disappointed them.
Oh, look, I'm sure it's not. I'm like kind of pulling. I'm like reverse hugging you, like, I'm sure it's okay. I have a feeling though that something is trying to put some thoughts into our head. I feel like, do you notice everyone is very quiet all of a sudden? Vargas, you doing okay over there? I'm like kind of like reaching for Vargas, like to like tap him on the arm. Don't know how far you are away from me.
He'll try and play it off like nothing is wrong.
Maybe it's just me. I don't have a strong sense of self like you do. My entire existence is
Hey,
that.
no, look, look. I only say this because I was trained on how to like, poke into people's minds and make them feel weak, and that made me I never like to do that. It made me feel
What?
icky. Yeah, when I was in the Matchbook Menagerie, one of our trainings was about how to, manipulate people's minds, and I don't know. I recognize this when it happens, and I don't think that this is real. This isn't. It's just something that here is preying on us. We're in. I don't know. We just need to be on high alert. But you are a strong person. I know that.
Thank you, Constantina. And I blow my nose in your hair.
Well, I'm just going to pretend that's this like slimy atmosphere. Not think too much about that. It's a good old here.
The walls begin to shiver and heave a little as they rearrange into another hallway.
Oh, it's more manipulation of our minds.
Exactly. So we need to try to. Don't really know how to like guard ourselves against it, but just I don't know. Maybe keep that in mind if you start to feel weird again.
Okay.
And you can hold on to me and just hold on tight, and we'll get through this. I promise. We just need to try to find a way out of here. So does it look like there's that like kind of area that Indra was leading us to? Are we still heading? It sounds like the tunnels have shifted. So are we now heading?
The tunnels are shifting, but the hallway has only one direction. Okay. Sometimes it'll curve, sometimes it'll corner, but there are no branches.
Can anybody tell if we're heading up?
Anybody could give me a survival check.
Nope. I got a 6.
Oh, I'm surprisingly good at that.
Indra, you would do that with advantage.
I got... No, that. I'm rolling a lot of 3s today, but advantage, I have...
Ripperoni.
20.
Oh, you got a 16.
Nice.
Anybody higher than a 15 would notice that the floor is slowly, subtly sloping down.
I will take note of this and say, I think we are going the wrong way.
There's a puff of hot air from the end of the tunnel.
No.
Say that out loud.
No.
Carries with it the stench of decayed meat.
No.
Is something wrong, Vargas?
Yes.
Avalas don't brush their teeth.
Ew. Y'all could have jumped out at any time when my mic was not working.
Yeah, we made it out as a creature. Everything's great now.
Yeah, you made this choice. The hallway opens into a circular chamber about 40 feet in diameter. Arranged in a semicircle are stools and chairs. At the end, there's a large fish-like shape hanging in the air in an alcove. And as you enter the hearth of this place, get into the sort of, not quite a doorway. Before you cross the threshold, whoever is in front can see multiple humanoid forms. There is a low chanting.
Well, this is weird. Is this also mental manipulation, Constantine?
Mercy, I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm not sure why you can't hear me. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
There you are.
I think I just need to be really close to the mic. Mercy asks, is this also mental manipulation, Constantina?
I don't think so. Something feels very weird here. But it might not be a bad idea to try to close off your mind to anything. I don't know.
Okay. Mercy just kind of puts her hands by her ears.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you could like bury yourself in my hair.
Oh, no, it's all snotty.
Oh, well, whose fault is that?
I mean, yes. All right. There are about 30 figures in this room, and the candlelight flickers low as their voices raise in ululation. It's hard to make out what language they're chanting in.
Is this normal? What is this? And I'll look at Indra and Lazarus.
Do I recognize any of these people?
You have a suspicion that this is the Guardian's followers.
Have I encountered any of them before?
Only the leader.
And do I see the leader here?
He is leading the congregation from the pulpit.
Then I will just kind of shrug and look confused, but I will continue forward.
Okay.
Indra, do you know what this is? Or I feel like this is like some sort of church thing, but who would really be gathering here?
I don't know, but there was no other way out.
That's true. Do we just pass through?
We can go up and maybe ask them how to get out.
Okay, how believable is this? There are adult people chanting in a secret spooky cellar. Like, this does not seem legit.
It's normal.
Sorry, just passing through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Where's the bathroom?
Hope you don't mind. We're just stepped into your murder basement.
It's at
Seems
this
like
point
you got this under control.
the
Everybody
detective
has a
instincts kick
murder
in.
basement.
Well, at this point.
Yeah, this is the line. He's like, wait a minute, something might be wrong. How believable is this? Do we need to make any checks or anything, or can we establish that the spooky murder basement is clearly evil?
I will say that you can probably establish that the spooky murder basement is more threatening and evil than most of the Styes, but you are free to roll me an insight check to determine how evil.
Let's do it with my legendary detective acumen. Well known.
I mean, you asked for this check.
I suppose.
I had to check. Oh no. Oh, it's a 9, so it's probably fine.
Can I help with that?
It's probably fine. I wouldn't worry about it.
Constantina, Lazarus, you're right. This is a little strange. Usually you want to do your sacrifices on the roof, and then the rain helps wash the blood away.
I wouldn't say this is uncharacteristic of the neighborhood. We're just a few locals, neighborhood watch, that kind of thing. Keep an eye on the goings on.
Murder basements are very common in this part of town.
You know, they're good installations. They raise house property values by, at least 20%. No, I wouldn't worry too much. I just, let's go. Indra's probably right. Let's go and ask for directions. They look friendly.
What'd everyone else get?
Oh, for what? For insight?
Yeah, I mean, if
Someone
anybody
else
else
do it.
wanted to roll insight.
I love
do it.
My passive wisdom my passive insight is 18, but I would roll anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this seems super evil, Constantine.
Somebody help me.
I'm at the
And in
point where
fact-
I just don't want to know how evil. I just know everything is evil.
Mercy
Yeah,
thinks this is normal.
Okay. Anybody else? Constantina, and 18 is enough to tell you that you're actually recognizing several of the art pieces that are scrawled on the walls from the murder site. Very similar artistic inspiration.
Oh no. Okay. I'm going to start kind of stepping backwards a little bit with Mercy on my back still.
Going the wrong way.
I think that we should go back the other way because it's not very nice to like interrupt, a ritual or like some sort of ceremony, so like maybe I don't know. this doesn't feel right to me. And
That's true.
polite.
It's rude.
yeah, that's rude. So let's like go back before they see us. And I think we can find another way out. I don't have very good feelings about this.
Start
Indra,
walking
yes.
backwards.
Yeah, Vargas, what would you like to do?
I just want to leave. I just don't. I want to go back somewhere else. I'd rather go back to Darkon, frankly.
Anybody who tries to leave and failed their wisdom save, the hallway seems to be shortening behind you, a wall coming closer. And you can feel this otherworldly dread at the thought of leaving,
Oh,
at the thought of
Constantina,
disappointing those people further.
Stop. Constantina,
What?
stop.
What's the matter?
No, stop. It doesn't feel good.
I know. I think that what was happening to you earlier is happening again. This
no,
place
the
is not.
hallway's little now. It's going to squish us.
Can I continue to go into the hallway with Mercy on me? Just trust me. Do you trust me? It's okay if you say no, but maybe just say yes for now.
Mercy's just whining, and then she's like,
Who wants to roll
Sure.
perception?
okay.
I will.
I'll let others.
I got a 20.
God, that's so bad. 11.
20.
20.
Oh. Okay.
Lazarus, you
Whatever.
did it. Vargas, are you rolling
Also-
perception?
Yes, I also got a dirty 20.
Awesome.
What
That's so
the
great.
Heck? Mine was a natural 20. I just don't have any perception
Yay,
modifiers.
nat 20. Awesome. That's enough to tell you everybody that noticed so far. It was not a super high perception. These 30 cultists have turned and are watching you start to leave. And there's a figure at the front, the waxy pale complexion. His mouth is scarred but slimy. Anybody with a 20 perception can see the trail of maggots that are crawling between the holes in his lips, dribbling down his chin and neck. And he slam 1, 2, 3 on the pulpit. Dinner for the guardian? Sister, what have you brought us?
What?
I will step forward with Vasily, and is there like an altar or anything? Or is it just...
There is an altar behind the pulpit, but it's a strange altar for somebody, for even somebody from your culture. This shark with numerous humanoid heads sewn onto it.
So even I'm feeling weirded out. This
Mhm.
is a mistake. I will just sort of step forward until I'm in front of the leader, and I will just lay Vasily on the ground
But
in
no.
front, and just sort of take a couple steps back.
Mercy is gonna thrash until she falls off of Constantina, and she's gonna run over to Vasily's body.
Oh no.
Yes.
The leader of the cultists has drawn a long, curved dagger.
Can I cast hold person on them?
Yes, I will allow that. What do I have to roll to resist?
A wisdom saving throw.
Whoop, he gets a +2. 13.
They have to get a 15. So
Hmm.
whew, my heart's like pounding.
His body freezes. Dagger held high. And Indra, you can hear a whisper in the back of your mind. Strike now. I will give you power. Indra, you are at a crossroads. Be loyal to your current companions, or do what you must to ensure the help of your clan.
Her courage is failing her completely. And she sort of shrinks back and kind of falls to her knees and starts to sob and basically just kind of falls apart there, but does not strike.
Indra, you feel a lash of anger in the back of your mind. Fine. You will go first. The deal is broken. You've chosen your side. Let's roll initiative. Okay, let's roll initiative. Now, Oliver and Silani, we do a popcorn initiative, which means that the person who rolls the highest is going to be the person who goes first. They will determine the next person in line, and so on and so forth. If the bad guys are left to go last, they will choose themselves at the beginning of the next round and effectively go twice.
Cool. That sounds terrible.
I got a 9, by the way.
Me too.
At a 23.
Okay. My initiative roll, dexterity. I got a 17. And then one for the cultists. They got a 3. So who got higher than a 17?
22.
Okay. Who got higher than a 22?
23.
Oh, sorry, Mercy. I can't hear you.
Oh, a 23? I can't get any closer to the mic.
I'm sorry, dear. Oh, gosh. What did I... Wow. So I guess I didn't need that spell. That's nice. All right. Here we go. So, Mercy, you will start this initiative process.
Okay, so we haven't had a rest. So I only have first level spell slots. I have 2 first level spell slots. So Mercy is going to, she's like spread herself in front of Vasily's body. She's like glaring at Indra like, yeah, try to come stab my friend. And she looks at the person with like that curved blade, and she's going to summon as much strength as she can. And I am going to, as a bonus action, convert sorcery points into a 3rd level spell slot. 5 of those.
Okay.
And then she, you see that like she's like clutching her gauntlet, and she keeps like clutching and unclutching it, and finally she gets like a little bit of a spark, and she rubs her hands together, and she holds it out towards the person who's about to stab Vasily, and she's just gonna glare and shout "bang" and make a big red lightning bolt show up.
Okay.
Hopefully, like, hit a few people.
Absolutely.
They will need to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. So this room is about 40 in diameter. Mr. Dory, the leader of this cult, is immediately beside you. There are 30 cultists in this room, all with commoner and cultist stats. How many can you hit with this lightning bolt?
All of them.
They're not all standing within like 5 feet, so.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like I could probably, if they're like all filling this room, I feel like I could hit at least 4, including the guy directly in front of me.
Absolutely. So let's say, because this is a congregation set in a semicircle, there's 30 of them. We'll say there's 3 rows divided in half. So 5, 5, and back. 6 rows total of 5 seats in each pew. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Nope.
Okay.
Are you doing a
The
little
front
drawing?
10 feet is where
Okay.
you are.
Okay.
The second 10 feet, 20 feet mark, that's the first pew. 30 feet is the second row of pews. 40 feet is the third row of pews.
Okay.
Those are divided in half by a walkway.
Okay. Pews are lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Yay.
so we'll say that within the first 20 feet, there are 11 people.
Okay.
How far does your lightning bolt extend?
100 feet. I didn't make that up. It extends
Does it
100
really?
feet. Yeah.
You know what? Okay, that's awesome. I thought it was said with the same like gusto as
It's like I hit everybody.
yeah, it was said with the same gusto as like
One hit
420 feet, 69
yeah.
inches. 69 feet, 420 inches. I was like,
Yeah.
are you sure now? All right, roll that damage.
Okay. So they
That
yay.
damage.
So 11 plus 9, 20, 30, 35. Yeah, I rolled 4 sets. Yeah. 35. And then if they make their deck save, they take half.
Okay.
Yeah. So 17 for half.
3, 4. Yeah. Okay, so Mr. Dory does not make his death save. Or not death save.
Ooh.
I was like, wow, that was easy.
I was like, well, this is over super fast. Okay, does not make his save. He takes what, 35, did you say?
Yes.
Okay. These cultists, 20 of them did not make their dex saves. So they take 35, and 20 of these cultists begin smoking and shuddering. And I need for you to describe how all of them die. All 20
Ooh.
of these cultists that were.
Ooh. I feel like the lightning bolt extends from Mercy, but it's not like a bolt that like leaves her hand. It's like in the sky when you see it like streaking across the whole sky. And for a second she's like almost glowing from the inside red, and her white eyes kind of flash with that red light. And almost like a cartoon, you see like all of their skeletons in the lightning bolt. And she's just kind of leaning protectively over Vasily, whose hair gets little static electricities, but she's otherwise okay. And
Nice.
she just has this ferocity protecting someone so important to her.
Yeah, absolutely. There are 10 cultists left standing right now. Who are you popcorning to?
I am going to popcorn over to Constantina.
All right. I would like to cast Shatter on the, well, it's in a 10-foot radius, so I would like to try to target like as many cultists in a 10-foot radius as possible.
Okay.
And they have to make a I almost said Constantina saving throw, a Constitution saving throw.
Just everything is Constantina now.
It just like almost tumbled out like that.
All right. Five. 2 of them got 19s.
Okay.
The other 3 got 10 or less.
Okay. So they had to have a 15 to succeed, but they still take some damage.
Okay.
So hang on. 3d8, and I'm casting this at level 2. 1 and 6 and 11. Okay, so that is 11 points of thunder damage on the ones who failed, and then 5 for the ones who succeeded.
What does this look like for those 3 who die?
Yeah, so I basically like kind of stretch my hands out and send this like kind of a sound boom is how I envision it. And it envelops them, and it kind of like makes them fall apart from inside. Like it dismantles their skeletal structure as this like thunder kind of shakes them.
Yeah, Jenga.
And then they just kind of like collapse. So I don't know from the outside if there's not much visible damage. It's all like internal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe some trickles from the corners of the eyes, the nose, the ears especially, and then they just collapse into a heap. Their silly looking masks clatter onto the floor. Who would you like to popcorn to? Or did you have a bonus action or anything you'd like to do?
Yes, I would like to popcorn to. I'm going to go to them just to get them out of the way, the cultists. But I would like to give bardic inspiration to Vargas.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay. There are 7 cultists now left out of 30. Starting to feel like I should have had more cultists. Even though, like, realistically, I just love when you guys just blow everything up. It's so great. It's so fun. Like, what isn't more fun than, like, blowing up a ton of cultists?
Smooches and Ravenloft weddings.
Yes. Oh, you're right. 100%. So, 2 of these cultists now, Mercy and Indra are up near the front, 40 feet away from the rest of the group, who I assume are still in the doorway. Is that correct? The
Yeah,
rest of the group?
that's
Yeah.
all right.
Oh, perfect. So 2 of these cultists are going to slash at Lazarus, taking their scimitars out, recognizing him as a police officer.
That's rude.
I got a 15 and a 22.
Definitely. My AC of 10 is not sufficient.
Okay. And you're going to take 1 slashing damage from one. And as you're, I assume, backing away from that, whoop, no, you back into 5 slashing damage from the other.
Ow! That actually may rips the coat, and that's the end of that.
Rude. 2 of them are going to slash at Vargas. Boop, boop, with their scimitars. I have a 14 and a 17.
Oh, as you know, my AC is 420, so...
We both know that's not the case anymore.
So how much they hit me for?
It's going to be 3 slashing. And then 5 slashing.
Cool. That's what I get for talking shit.
Yeah. Before you even said anything. And then the remaining 3 will attack Constantina, seeing her as a source of considerable power that they need to stop. Otherwise, their eyes are going to be bleeding as well. 2, 3. Constantina. Wow, this is pretty pathetic. They all 3 miss you, Constantina. Describe your amazing dodging.
Whoosh, whoosh. I'm so suddenly very you asked, okay. That's what it looks like. I'm just like, I'm still holding my hands out from my shatter, and I'm just like, I can tell that they didn't like that very much, so I just like quickly dodge out of the way.
You just hide behind the incredibly stabbable Lazarus Marcus.
No, I would never.
The cultists will press in closer to you all, getting within stabby distance, obviously, and popcorn to Mr. Dory. What do I need to... Can I try to resist that hold person?
I think you are... Let me see. Hang on, I had chatter still open.
And by I mean Mr. Dory. Obviously, I want you all to succeed.
And I would just like to make my hunky Dory joke on stream. So is Mr. Dory hunky? He's like hunky Dory.
I think the most desirable part of him is the maggots.
You hate it. So
Chose
yes, at the end of its turns, a target can make another wisdom saving throw to break out of the paralysis.
Okay. Let's give it a shot. Mr. Dory, what do you do? Boop. So it gets +2 to wisdom, 13.
He's still paralyzed.
All right, Mr. Dory will, his eyes will dart fearfully as he rapidly loses control of the situation, which is really too bad because he's got some great spells.
Oh.
I will popcorn to Lazarus.
How far is Lazarus away from Mr. Dory, would you say?
Probably 40 feet.
The crow flies. Okay. In which case, Lazarus is going to cast a spell as his bonus action, casting his Misty Step to move 30 feet towards Mr. Dory, ideally placing himself so that he can walk the remaining 10 feet.
Okay.
When he uses Misty Step, he just kind of disappears with a flutter like bird wings, and then reappears about 30 feet closer to where he needs to be, leaving the beleaguered cultist behind him, leaving a torn coat, and he's kind of looking at it as if this is unacceptable. I have to fix this. You'll get charged for this. You know, they don't.
Who's going to pay for this?
They don't provide these for free. You know, you have to get them all laundered yourself. And he kind of he's rather purposefully gets out his truncheon. He carries a club with him because you know, you've got to try and arrest people, not kill them. And then sets about attempting to thwack Mr. Dory over the head with this truncheon.
Yeah, absolutely. A held person is incapacitated, correct?
I forget. Is it? I don't know. Constantine.
Ashley?
Yeah, I'm looking. I mean, it's paralysis, so hang on. I didn't have everything open because I was trying not to type. Yes, incapacitated. Correct.
All right. So, is that advantage?
It is. Yeah, attack rolls against paralyzed creatures have advantage.
Neato Cheeto, go for it.
Yay! Attacking with a club, with my friendly club.
I believe in you.
Oh, well, that's not great. Good thing we have advantage because that was ugly. 11 plus. Could be interesting. So 16.
Why can't you hit him? Like, what stops you from being able to?
I think he feels bad.
Is this not an automatic success for him being held? Or is it just advantage?
It's just advantage.
Okay.
He does have an extra attack, so I may make another one if this fails. But he kind of hesitates the first time. It kind of goes up to him like, oh. Is this fair? Is this legal? Is this legal?
Now, you recognize Mr. Dory as being on the town council for the Styes.
Oh no, this is definitely not legal. Corruption, nepotism is rampant. So he does hesitate as he comes to and gets it. Oh, yes, I know him.
There could be consequences.
And then he goes, no, we gotta take him in for questioning, and he tries again. See if his courage fails him.
Go for it, Deadly. Do right.
You can do this. You can do this, Lazarus.
You can be a good cop.
That's not going well. What's that? 1 plus. Plus. Oh God, no! It's terrible. It's 14 this time. It's even less. He can't bring himself to do it. He just
for whatever reason, those whispers are getting so loud in your mind.
The consequences.
Yeah.
You're suddenly paralyzed by the consequences.
Are there any, or I guess was Misty Step a bonus action? Anything else you'd like to do?
Mr. Bonus action, that's his main action, and I think he's taken his move. So no, he's just standing there with this truncheon being like, oh no, I'm gonna have to kill a council member, and he just is.
Yeah.
This is a new low.
Lazarus's worst nightmare. This is a situation.
This is a entire predicament, is what it is.
It is. It is a conundrum.
Hullabaloo. So yeah, he's.
Who would you like to popcorn to?
Who's left? Who haven't we done?
Indra and Vargas have not gone this round.
I'm gonna go with Indra because I feel like I want to find out whether she stops crying or not, and that would entertain me.
You're a monster.
I know.
Indra.
So, I think that seeing, in particular, Mercy rip through those cultists with that amazingly powerful lightning bolt kind of inspires a tiny shred of courage in her. And so she's going to still cry, but sort of desperately lash out. Am I within 5 feet of any of the oh my god, Dory.
Yeah, you're definitely within 5 feet
completely
of Mr.
blanked out on
Dory.
me. Then she's going to kind of just desperately lash out with her rapier
Okay.
at Hunky Dory.
Oh no, it's a thing now.
It's a whole thing.
All right.
Oh boy.
Ooh, that actually rolled good on that one. That will be a 27.
Yeah.
All right.
That's an
And
attack roll.
what do we got here? Dice. Where
You're
are my...
doing good, Lazarus. You're
I just want to
You're doing
succeed
your
at
best.
something.
I know, baby. I know.
That is 14 piercing.
Mm.
And then I believe I get a second attack. No, I don't usually hit things. Extra attack, yes. Okay, so she's going to strike out again.
Mm-hmm.
Nat 20.
Yay!
Okay, so the way that I do nat 20s is one is maxed out and then you roll the other one.
Okay. So
Because it kind of sucks to roll like a 1 on damage for a nat 20. Like this is epic damage, so.
yeah. There's one. All right, so then 1 will be 8 plus 20.
Nice. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Okay, so let me. Okay, then. Okay. So, ooh, Lord. Y'all doing good. All right. Anything else you want to do, darling?
That is it. Nope, she's just desperately just lashing out. Yep, that's it.
Very nice. Who would you like to? Oh, you're gonna popcorn to Vargas.
Yes.
Vargas.
Yay, it's my turn. How many are left? 8?
There are 7 cultists,
Okay.
and then Mr. Dory.
I'm gonna try and get rid of the cultists.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so that's a 14. Or wait, yeah, 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so that hits. So that is 1d10. So that is 4 for the first one. And then 9 for the second one.
Vargas. 2 of those cultists die. And as you shoot them with your Eldritch Blasts, you feel a warmth, a tingle, like a hum in your very bones as that box in your bag throbs against the leather in the book that you've hidden it. You gain 4 + 9 hit points.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 13. Wait, so does it heal me for 13 or I just get...
It heals you.
Okay. Heal me. Okay. Oh, yeah.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do, Vargas? Move, anything? You have bonus action?
No, because I yeeted my only weapon into a forest, so nope.
I would make fun of you, but I've done the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Who would you like to tag for the top of the next round?
Let's go with, like, how are we? Vasily is unconscious. So
Yeah,
that's
Vasily's not doing great.
Let's go with, I'm gonna go ahead and tag Constantina in, because she gave me bardic inspiration that one time, even though I'm mean to her all the time. So
That's true. I'm very nice. And so I would like to, and also very humble. I would like to cast Shatter again on the remaining cultists?
There are 5 left.
Okay, so if they are within a 10-foot radius, whoever's in that 10-foot radius is what I'm targeting.
They are all in that 10-foot radius.
All right.
All right. What's the number to beat?
Con 15.
Con 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. Okay, 2 succeed.
Okay.
3 die. Talk about that. Honestly, whatever you roll is probably going to kill them. You can roll it if you want.
I rolled a 14 damage, so that means
dead.
the ones who succeeded still take 7 points.
Okay. Yeah, the ones who succeeded, they are coughing up blood and limping, but they have their scimitars out. They look ready to fight to the death.
All right. For the ones who die, similar effect. I just kind of hold my hands out, almost like I'm pushing something, and I just push this ringing noise toward them.
Yeah.
And they just kind of collapse, crumble.
Each of them, they clutch the sides of their heads and just collapse.
And I would like to give a bardic inspiration to Lazarus.
Needs it.
Yeah.
So tragic.
And I will popcorn. I'll popcorn to the remaining cultists.
Okay. So those 5 remaining cultists, they're going to converge upon you and Vargas, since Lazarus is now on the other side of the room. 3 are going to attack Vargas. 2 are going to attack you. They're not as brave as they were last time. 3 for Vargas. I had a 17, an 11, and a 21, Vargas.
So 2 hit.
All right,
you're gonna this time.
You're gonna take 10 total slashing damage from Mercy. And then 1, 2 for Ms. Constantina. I got a 17 and an 8.
The 17 hits.
Okay. And you're going to take 5 slashing damage.
Okay.
All right. And then those cultists are going to try and popcorn to Mr. Dory again. Let's try for that wisdom save. Okay, so 15 plus... Oh, no. Plus 2. 17.
Yeah, so he's able to break out of it.
Oh, heck yeah. Is that an entire action to break out of it?
I believe so. It's at the end of his turn, he has a chance to do that. So if he's not able to do anything else.
Okay, then yeah. Mercy and Lazarus, you both see him flex his fingers and raise that knife again. And that is it. He will popcorn to... I think he's going to popcorn to Vargas.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at our hunky dory here with Eldritch Blast again.
Okay.
It's okay. We just... Does not hit. This does not hit.
Okay. The box in your bag.
Bardic inspirations.
Oh, wait.
Sorry. I'm a metagaming rating.
Yes.
No, that's fine.
18. Thank you.
18 does hit.
Yay.
Oh my god. Okay. So 1d10. Okay. That's not a d10. I'm like, why is there an 11 on this dice? There we go. Okay, 6 and 4. So 10 total.
10 total as this Eldritch Blast flashes into the back of his skull and lights him up. And that bag thrums again and gives you 10 more hit points.
I can't believe Vargas is being rewarded for stealing and lying to all of us.
Let's see. I'll go ahead and popcorn to Mercy.
Okay. Mercy sees Hunky Dory snap back to his senses, and her gauntlet is still has like lightning going all up and down it from the lightning bolt. So she's just gonna look at him really fast, and like lunge forward, and like press the fingers of her gauntlet into his chest, quickening a shocking grasp.
Okay, go ahead.
An unnatural 20.
Oh yeah, absolutely hits.
All right, and then it is. Do I have QD? Boop, boop, beep, boop. Dealing 10 lightning damage.
Okay.
He also is not able to take reactions. So because she quickened it, that was a bonus action. As she was lunging forward with her gauntlet, she was grabbing the athame at her side with her other hand. And she's going to try to stab him with her skull athame.
Okay.
All right, I'm not good at hitting stuff, so just like normal, but
I believe in you.
okay. Hold on. It's an 18 plus 7. I'm
You
really
do
good
hit.
at hitting stuff. 25.
You are somehow the most effective battle sorcerer ever.
Yes, I got top damage. 4 plus 4 for 8 magical dagger damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's surprisingly painful. He staggers back.
Yeah.
Is there...
And because
Do you
can't...
slash or do you stab?
I'm gonna stab.
Okay. As you stab, you can feel something try to suck the blade into his body.
No, I take my knife back.
Okay. As you pull that knife out of his skin, a flood of maggots also come out.
Ew! And then I grab Vasily because he can't take reactions, and I try to drag her body away.
Okay.
I can do half my movement dragging her, so 15 feet.
Okay.
Oh, and then I will popcorn to Indra.
Okay. Question.
Mm-hmm.
So, the special abilities that Indra has, are they still in effect now that the deal is broken?
No.
Okay. Then she.
Well, I mean, you can. I thought that you were asking if they're gone. No, you still have access to those abilities.
So is anyone within 5 feet right now of Dory?
Mercy and Lazarus are. Well, Lazarus is within 5 feet. Those are specific to you.
Okay.
Because of your clan.
Cool. Then I will attack Hunky Dory and have advantage on the attack roll.
All right, go for it. Get that blood in the water.
Another nat 20.
Yeah, do it. Max out one of those die.
Yes.
Pew, pew, pew. Oh,
Where's
I love it when you do
where's
dabs.
my D8? There it is.
What?
I love it when you do dabs. It's really cute.
I'm like, I'm doing it. Is the deal proud? Yeah,
I can
Deal's
math.
proud.
I can. 22. There you go.
Oh my gosh. Damage or attack? Damage. Yeah, that's
Damage.
right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And then I get a second attack. And does it apply to both attacks? The Sekolah Shiver. It just says I have advantage on attack rolls against a creature if one of my allies is within 5 feet.
I'll say it applies on both attacks because that's almost exactly how I got it from the actual rules. So.
That one might not hit. Let's see. 18 to hit.
You are blessed by Sekolah today. It hits.
That will be 14 piercing damage.
Oh my gosh. All right. And he staggers to one knee.
And that is it for my turn.
All right. Who would you like to popcorn to?
Actually,
Lazarus is the only one who hasn't gone this round.
Oh no. Another opportunity for
It's
failure.
all up to you.
It all depends on you, Lazarus.
I don't know. He's still worrying about this. He's gone over it in his head, and he's pretty sure there's no license to this kind of thing. It's not. You can't actually, legitimately get away with an underground murder cult.
Mm-hmm.
And he has double checked this, so he's pretty sure that he's in the right at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Not 100%, but he's kind of on it. So Mercy is dragging away Vasily's
Yeah.
body, is that right? Away from the
Mm-hmm.
zone of maggots and
Yes.
people with knives. And Mr. Dory is the only. Is he the only one? There are a few cultists back still.
There are 5 cultists behind you with Vargas
Mhm.
at the door.
Yep.
And Constantina. And then Indra is up there with you. Mercy is up there with you.
Well, Lazarus is going to get his notepad out that he gets for making citations and leaving tickets. It's very important.
Mm-hmm.
And as he walks towards Mrs. Dory, his eye is going to light up with a sudden flame. The shadow behind him, that's cast by his light spell, is going to reveal 2 shadowy wings on the ground behind him.
What?
And that kind of spread outwards, not visibly from his shoulders, but from his shadow.
Uh-huh.
He goes, Miss Dory, it says, it would be better if you came with us quietly. We have some questions.
Okay.
God, he's cool.
And he's walking towards him. He thinks it's over. Miss Dory's on his knees. Miss Dory's a reasonable person, surely, even with all the maggots. He'll come quietly.
Okay. Is this a spell that you are casting on Mr. Dory?
No, just good old-fashioned. Why don't you come with us? I didn't say he was a good detective. I feel like we should clarify this. He makes really bad choices at pivotal moments because he wants to do the right thing.
Lazarus, would you like to spend inspiration to make it a little more compelling?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. He has a few tricks up his sleeve. He has ways of asking people to come quietly. And there's something in his tone of voice as he asks this question.
What is the saving throw?
Saving throw is gonna be. Let me find this 1 second. I have this. It's just on a different part of my sheet. He actually can't find it because he's an idiot. Clearly didn't write this down in the right place.
What are you trying to cast? I can look it up real quick.
I'm just not sure if the saving throw is the same as it is for the rest of my stuff or not. Is it?
Check your email.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to do. Bear with me. If you can hum a tune and pretend Spud is doing a dance. He can't actually dance, but I feel like if he could, imagine how cute that would be.
That's very cute. Even Mr. Dory seems enchanted by this.
Just imagine how cute that would be if he could actually dance. Or juggling and stuff that dogs do. I don't think dogs actually dance.
Spud dancing, and it's very enchanting, and everyone is charmed by it. And then the camera zooms out, and then out of Spud's eyeball area, and it's that's what he's imagining in his head, but really he's just sitting there
just with his eyes slightly
yeah, his little
slightly
tongue
crossed,
sticking out the side of his mouth.
Totally believe that.
Let's just use your regular spell save DC.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I have literally no idea what I've done with this.
No, you're fine.
A part of notes
just make up a number. It's a million.
It's a million. 13 is the number of the rest of the stuff. So.
Boop. You rolled an 18.
I've just never done anything right.
It's not Lazarus's fault.
No, he tries to do the right thing.
Yeah, Mr. Dory, in his pained throes, swats your citation book.
Oh no. He gets charged for these things. Does nobody understand this?
Can't believe this. That's a ticket for sure.
Sometimes you just have to kill people.
Is there anything else you'd like to do, Lazarus?
He looks a little crestfallen, honestly, because he was hoping in his heart of hearts that he might make this easy. So we're going to stand over him with these glowing eyes and these wings. And he's clearly reaching for something a bit more lethal than a truncheon, but that is the end of his turn.
All right. Who would you like to popcorn to for the beginning of the next round?
Ooh.
We're going to go about 5 minutes over because my mic is ridiculous.
That sounds fair. Let's go to Mr. Dory. I want to see what he's going to do now that he has a chance to,
Mr. Dory is going to cast a spell.
Oh no, that was a bad choice. What did I do this for?
He is going to Actually, he's going to glare at you, Lazarus. He's going to turn a baleful eye toward you, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. I'm quite bad at Constantina saving throws.
You will do just fine.
Bardic inspiration.
Oh, great. Thank you. How much is that? Is that D8?
Yes.
It's not. This is not good for him.
How are you doing?
It's 12.
Okay, a 12. Okay. Now I know you are an Asmar, so you will be resistant to part of this. 27 necrotic damage.
Ouch. That's going to be down to 13. Oh, right.
27 poison damage. Do you take any of that as a paladin?
I do take poison damage normally, yeah. So that is 13, 41. And how much poison was it?
27.
7.
You will
Okay.
gain vulnerability to both necrotic and poison damage for 1 minute.
That's pretty dark, yeah.
And as this
What?
pain
That's
racks
insane.
through your body, the walls shiver and shift, and all of you hear the voice of the Guardian. Mr. Dory cowers beneath the weight of this voice. And it says, "Come down, bring me the box you'll leave alive."
I think I should admit now that we do not have the box.
This is where we will end for tonight.
No.
No!
Oh no.
The drama! It's all about to go wrong, and I blame
Oh,
Vargas.
things are going great. This is going
I
so much better than I thought it would.
Oof, let me tell you, I'm like, I have the box.
Oh my gosh.
Vargas, do you really want to give up that box then?
No. No.
All right.
It's gonna cost them.
Let's go around and do very quick outros. Who are you? Who have you been? What you doing? Where people can find you? Let's start with Oliver.
Yeah, I'm Oliver Clegg. I'm playing Lazarus the detective and his dog Spud. I write for Dungeon Masters Guild, usually Ravenloft content. You can find me on Twitter at Death by Badger.
Silani.
Hi, I'm Solani Bailey. I am the Dungeon Master for Plot Hunters, and we play every Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/Plot Hunters. You can sometimes find me on Twitter at Mistress Verse, although I don't go on the Twitters that much anymore. But yeah, check out Plot Hunters. It's fun.
Hadil.
Hi, I'm Hadil. You can find me online at Twittysuch, TWITTYSUCH, and I have a weekly podcast called Thanks I Made It, and the other episode is uploading right now. Episode 4. The end.
Nice. Ashley?
I would just like to say that I got a notification for Hadil's new episode about 10 minutes ago.
I did too.
I was going to message her and be like, hey, I'm going to watch your show. But we were in the middle of our show. I'm Ashley Warren, and you can find all my work at my website, ashleywarrenwrites.com. I'm also on Twitter at AshleyNHWarren. And if you follow me on Twitter, rumor is that we might be doing an Uncaged Volume 3 cover reveal next week. So I would, keep your peepers out for that. And I also have something that I will be releasing on Drive Through Fiction next week as well. So you can get all the deets at Twitter, Ashley NH Warren.
Nice. And Miss Lisa.
I am Lisa Penrose. I am community manager for Dungeon Masters Guild, the D&D Adventurers League, and I do social media management for Dungeons and Dragons. If you like D&D stuff, follow me at MercifulDM on Twitter. You can also check out my website, lisapenrose.com, Lisa with a Y. If you liked what you saw here, follow us at Miss Tales D&D on Twitter, or check out talesfromthemist.com, where there are links to our Discord channel. Really awesome community if you like baby vulture pictures. I think that's the Discord for you. And if you like supporting children who have to spend all their time in the hospitals doing not super fun stuff, and you want to make their lives a little brighter, support Race into Avernus. I recommend supporting Team Tales from the Mists, but there's some other great teams as well. But are they Team Tales from the Mists? No. So support our page until October 1st for Race into Avernus. Yeah, we did it.
And it's me, it's TK. Next week I will be with a working mic and headset because I'll be streaming from my actual house. Yay! I write spooky stories on the internet. You can find them at my website, tkjwrites.com, or you can follow me on Twitter, TK Joins the Fray. We're very happy that you stuck with us, even through my ridiculous technical difficulties. Next week, maybe we fight an aboleth. Maybe Vargas comes clean about this mysterious box that somehow came into his possession. Maybe we all die. I don't know. It'll be fun. Well, until then, we'll see you in the mists.
Sleep well, Mistwalkers.